Hey guys, Mike here with the watch list video for Wednesday, September 4th. Nasty day in the market, right? There's the daily candle of the SPY. If you look at the range of that candle, you look back and you probably maybe find two on going back to March, right? You have this one, maybe this one. So ugly day for sure. Last time you had a day like that, you had a nasty couple days following, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen this time. But let me go to intraday real quick. Get extended hours off there. And it was just a slow bleed all day long with a tiny bounce at the end. The good thing about having a system, right? Making stocks meet intraday setups that we teach, right? We start with a list of daily stocks or daily charts that are in play, right? Recently in play stocks. And then making them meet intraday parameters. I mean, there's definitely a lesson today. So when you have a day like this, where the market, as I showed you the intraday, grinding all day lower, you get very few setups. So it just keeps you out of the market, which is fine, right? Not every day is going to be a bunch of trades. As I said today in chat, learning when not to trade is an actual skill that most traders probably never master. But let me talk about a couple. Even if you had the ugly day today, even if that, you still had Kevin P gave you CNFR right here through $1, and it went pretty quickly to $1.36. So what was that? 36% move in like 10-15 minutes. So you still might have got that, even though then the day of the market was ugly today. You still had a nice day, right? You didn't have very much meeting your parameters. Kona in chat gave Dollar General, which was on Bounce Watch. And I'll show that real quick, and then I'll go into the watch list. So ugly, right? I had the gap down, another red day, and then today, 5-minute candles. Kona literally called it right about where my cursor is. So you got a $1.13 move on 15 cents risk, the way we teach, right? It ended up rolling over at the end of the day, but there's another nice trade. So anyway, with that in mind, let's go into what we're watching for tomorrow. One thing I'm going to mention real quick, NVIDIA is at let's see, NVDA. I don't know why I'm talking about this yet because it's on the watch list. It had news and after hours, and it went down to like 105. As I'm talking to you, it's trading at 106.21. But I would love a gap down in this. It's actually on Bounce Watch. One of my favorites to go to when the market's weak, because you see really, really nice bounces in this one. So I would love for this to come down under 100, in the next couple days, and then I bet we get a really nice bounce. But anyway, so that one's on watch. BOF, really, really strong compared to the market, so that one goes on watch. I already talked about Dollar General. Maybe it continues that bounce tomorrow. LUNR. Actually had good news on this gap up, but sold off all day, and then today starting to bounce. So we're going to watch that one. Let me try that again. ASTS seems to be holding the 20-day. And back here, this was the strongest stock in the world, so holding the 20-day, putting it on long watch, especially on a weekday like today, it held up pretty well, right? WOK has only been trading for, 7 days, but really strong, so we're going to watch that one. Kohl's, KSS. Some of these I might take off the list as I'm going through this. Yeah, a little extra volume, but still in a range. I'm gonna take that one off the list. I've got too many stocks on my list actually. ASST had this huge move back here, couple days lower, and actually a pretty good day today. Closing well off its highs though, but for whatever reason, that one seems to be in play. XRTX, one of my favorites going into tomorrow, but if this would have closed at the highs, this would have been a very handsome chart. Still interesting, right? Goes on watch. CNFR, I already talked about Kevin P's calling it. Closed at $1.15, way off its highs, but goes on the watch list for tomorrow. HAIN had the earnings here, big rip, but gave a lot of it back intraday. Did the same thing the next day, but in a weekday today for the market, started to curl up, so it makes the list. TAP, nice breakout today, maybe a follow-through day tomorrow. BBW, a low volume stock, not even 500,000 shares today, but you had the big rip last week, and then an inside day and another inside day. All three of those days closing above its open. EOSE, nice pop 3 sessions ago, and then a couple days lower on declining volume. BT is getting down. You got some nice, that horizontal line there, some nice support, and it's fallen a long way to get there. I mean, it's certainly Bitcoin related, so if Bitcoin bounces, that's a go-to. CRM gapped up on earnings right here 3 sessions ago. It's put in 3 straight red days, just putting it on snapback bounce watch. ATI, I don't have a trend line drawn, but if you follow the cursor, it's probably at about the trend line, and a nasty day today, so maybe a snapback bounce tomorrow. BI, you guys know I'll only trade these bounce plays if I get an A+ bounce play setup on an intraday basis. BIRK, if you're an Office fan like I am, I always think of Dwight Schrute when I think of these Birkenstocks or whatever they're called. But anyway, gap down here on earnings and a couple days lower. Did find some support today, so that one goes on watch. Coin, another Bitcoin play. Certainly interesting if it gets down to this August 5th low, and it's pretty beaten up over the last 6 or 7 days. And then SG, which was a really strong stock back here, gapped up, started to rally, and now it's kind of falling apart. You can't see it on this chart, but it closed right about the 50-day, and we're pretty close to a gap fill too. So that one goes on bounce watch, and that's it for me. I will see everybody in the pre-market tomorrow. We'll add some gappers to this list and hopefully catch some good trades tomorrow. All right, I'm done babbling. We'll see you in chat.